Hi everybody, this is your Mathi. Welcome to Bring Divine Mind channel, and today we are going to see about an interesting test, love test. It is a psychological test that reveals your personality. So before starting the test, I would request you to take a paper or a notebook and a pen with you to note down the answers for the questions I am going to ask you. Have you taken? Okay, shall we start the test? So the first question is, the end of the world is coming. If you can save only one kind of animal, which one will you pick? Once again I repeat, the end of the world is coming. If you can save only one kind of animal, which one will you pick? The options are rabbit, sheep, deer and horse. Once again I repeat the options: rabbit, sheep, deer and horse. Have you chosen? Okay. The next question is, if you had to be an animal, which one would you choose? The second question is, if you had to be an animal, which one would you choose? The options are dog, cat, horse and snake. Once again, I repeat the options: dog, cat, horse and snake. Have you noted? The third question is, if you have the power to make one species disappear forever, which one will that be? If you have the power to make one species disappear forever, which one will that be? The options are lion, snake, crocodile, shark. Once again I repeat, the options are lion, snake, crocodile and shark. Have you noted? Okay. The fourth question is, if one of the animals could speak, which would you prefer it to be? If one of the animal could speak, which would you prefer it to be? The options are sheep, horse, rabbit and bird. I repeat the options: sheep, horse, rabbit, bird. And the fifth question is, on an isolated island, you can have only one of the following as your companion. Which one would you choose? On an isolated island, you can only have one of the following as your companion. Which one would you choose? The options are human, pig, cow, bird. The options are human, pig, cow, bird. Have you noted? Sixth question is, if you had the ability to tame all animals, which would you prefer as a pet? If you had the ability to tame all animals, which would you prefer as a pet? The options are dinosaur, white tiger, polar bear, leopard. Once again I repeat, the options are dinosaur, white tiger, polar bear, leopard. Have you noted? The seventh question is, if you could be an animal for 5 minutes, which of the following would you prefer to be? If you could be an animal for 5 minutes, which of the following would you be preferred to be? The options are lion, cat, horse, pigeon. Once again I repeat, lion, cat, horse, pigeon. Have you noted? Now let us do the analysis. For the question number 1, if your choice represents rabbit, sheep, deer or horse, let us see what it reveals. Your choice represents the personality of a person you would be attracted to in a real life situation. If you have assumed rabbit, then you are cold as ice on the outside but warm inside. If you thought about a sheep, then you are obedient and warm. If you assumed as a deer, then you are elegant and well mannered. If you assumed it as a horse, then you are free spirited and free. Then comes the second question. For the second question, your choice represents the impression that you would like to give to your partner. If you thought about a dog, then you are loyal and faithful to your partner. It is the impression that you would like to give to your partner. Okay, so cat means stylish, horse is optimistic, and snake is flexible. The third question represents the behavior that would cause you to break up with your partner. If you thought of a lion, then your partner's arrogance and authoritative. If you thought of a snake, then your partner is too emotional and moody and you don't know how to please him or her. If you thought of a crocodile, then your partner is ruthlessness. If you thought of a shark, then your partner is insecure. The fourth question represents the kind of the relationship that you would like to build with your partner. If it is a sheep, you both know what the other person is thinking without saying a word. If it is a horse, both of you should be able to talk about everything and anything without no secrets kept. If it is a rabbit, you have a relationship that makes you feel warm and always in love. And if it is a bird, then you have a long-lasting relationship. And for the fifth question, it shows whether you are capable of cheating on your partner. If you thought of a human, probably not. You won't be cheating. If you thought of a pig, you can't resist desire and lust, so you are likely to cheat. If you thought of a cow, you are tolerant and you will try very hard not to do that. If you thought of a bird, you don't like to make commitments and are likely to cheat. The sixth question represents your views about marriage. If you thought of a dinosaur, you are quite pessimistic and you don't think happy marriages exist anymore nowadays. If you thought of a white tiger, you think marriage is something precious. Once you get married, you will treasure it and your partner very much. If you thought of a polar bear, you are afraid of marriage. You think it would take away your freedom. If you thought of a leopard, you always wanted to get married, but in fact, you don't know what it's all about. And the seventh question represents your views about love at this present moment. If you thought of a lion, you always thirst for love. You can do anything for it, but you won't fall for it easily. If you thought of a cat, you are quite self-centered. You think of love as something you can get and trash anytime you want. If you think of a horse, you don't want to be tied by a steady relationship. You just want to flirt. If you thought of a pigeon, you think of love as a commitment for both of parties. Hope you analyzed your personality and you got a clear idea about the relationship which you got with your partner. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for your patience listening. Meet you in another test. Thank you. Thanks a lot.